Hello and welcome to another edition of European Footballer Adda. We are continuing our countdown towards World Cup 2026, which is going to start in on 12th of June. Today we start off with the group stage previews, and first up is Group A. Group A of 2026 FIFA World Cup has four nations, four identities, and one of the most intriguing battles of the opening round. Mexico carries the weight of a co-host nation and opens the entire tournament at the iconic Estadio Azteca. South Korea arrives with a blend of Europe-based youth and seasoned experience, led by their talisman Son Heung-min. Czechia or Czech Republic returns to the World Cup stage, built around the goals of Patrick Schick, and South Africa brings a cohesive, domestically rooted squad that fears no one. The average FIFA group rank is around 35, a moderately balanced group with one clear favorite, two mid-tier challengers, and one lower-ranked outsider. This is your complete Group A preview coming up. First up is Mexico. They qualified automatically as the 2026 co-host and have built a 26-man squad blending experienced international with emerging talent, carrying the weight of opening the tournament on home soil. Key players includes Santiago Giménez, who is a AC Milan striker and had a pretty poor 2025-26 season. Edson Alvarez, the midfield anchor and captain. Irving Lozano, the right-wing speedster. And Raul Jimenez, who offers a proven option up top. The manager is Javier Aguirre, and who in his stint has led L3 at the 2002 and 2010 World Cups and favors a flexible 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 that presses high, uses wing overloads, and targets quick transition. The Mexican home advantage, especially playing at the Estadio Azteca with roaring home crowds, are going to give them a major edge. Santiago Giménez must deliver. He hasn't had a very great year so far, but Mexico's ceiling hinges on him firing at the biggest stage. And that is more so because Mexico are in their 8th straight World Cup, where they have gone to the last 16, but not beyond that. It's called the Quinto Partido curse, and this is their best ever chance to break that. Aguirre's pragmatism and defense-first approach is expected to make Mexico very hard to beat, however, pretty much frustrating to watch also. The tension between the pragmatism and ambition at a home tournament will define the camp's mood. They are still expected to be topper of this group, and if everything goes all right, they could possibly break their round of 16 curse and qualify for the quarter-final. But that is how far that we think that they will go. Next team is South Korea. South Korea reached the finals through a strong AFC campaign, arriving with a Europe-based core and the familiar talisman of Son Heung-min. Though pre-tournament friendlies brought mixed results and public scrutiny. Key players include Son Heung-min, who is the captain and talisman, Kim Min-jae, the defensive leader, Lee Kang-in, the creative outlet, Wang Hee-chan, who had space and a goal threat. The manager is Hong Myung-bo, who alternates between a back four and a three centre-back system, favoring a compact, well-organized shape built on rapid counter-attacks. Here, like we had Mexico's Santiago Jimenez, Son will set the ceiling. He is being used wider or as a second striker, but he still remains Korea's match winner. The defensive solidity from Kim Min-jae's leadership at the back is crucial against quicker opponents. And Lee Kang-in, who is the next face of Korea, the PSG man, will build their next decade around, demands more than just a round of 32. There is a visible domestic unrest over Hong Myung-bo's reappointment and tactical conservatism, but we still think that they will qualify as the second from this group with a possible run to round of 16. And if everybody excels and the stars align, they may even qualify for the quarterfinals. The third team in this group is Czechia or Czech Republic. Czechia reached the World Cup via the UEFA playoff path and arrive built around the goals of striker Patrick Schick, who will be their primary attacking threat. Along with Schick, there is Thomas Susek, the midfield general and also providing an aerial presence, Ladislav Krejci, who is their defensive leader, and Adam Lozek, who adds youthful energy in attack. The manager is Ivan Hasek, who is likely to use a 4-2-3-1 that protects Schick with disciplined midfield cover and looks to supply him with direct service. Schick's finishing will definitely give Czechia a genuine knockout stage hope if he clicks into form. The compact shape of the team with well-drilled and organized setup can frustrate their more expansive opponents. They have recently had a lot of youth injections, and these recent debutants add energy, but their limited tournament experience could be a factor. Their expected position is third, and possibly they will go through the group stage on a knife edge and will push South Korea hard and could sneak through as a best third place side and then finishing in the round of 32. The final team is South Africa. South Africa topped their African qualifying group and named a 26-man squad heavy on domestic champions, with a handful of Europe-based players returning to the World Cup stage with real momentum. Key player includes Ronwen Williams, the goalkeeper and captain who has been voted as the best African goalkeeper for 2 years running. Teboho Mokoena in the midfield, Lyle Foster, the forward, and Percy Tau, who provides experience and creativity. The manager Hugo Broos favors an organized defensive block and physical duels and set-piece exploitation, looking to frustrate opponents and strike on the break. The team is a core of domestic champions from Sundowns and Pirates, which is a genuine strength. Set pieces and physicality are realistic routes to points against their more technical sides. However, they have to handle the inevitable inexperience that their team has at this level, which may actually prove vital in the end. We expect them to be positioned fourth, and with a possible group stage exit likely, there is a very outside chance of them being a third place team, but with a win and a draw. But even then, to qualify to the next round will be a hard ask. In summation, if we look at the overall group stage, our verdict is Mexico will be first. Their home advantage, altitude familiarity, and attacking depth makes them the group's strongest side. Their knockout experience gives a solid chance of last 16, with more possible if they tighten up at the back. South Korea will probably finish second. They have a disciplined structure and Europe-based core, which makes them consistent performers. Their tactical flexibility and counter-attacking threat suits the knockout football, though they will need clinical finishing to go beyond the last 16. Czechia rely heavily on Schick's goals and a compact defensive block. Their physicality should overpower South Africa comfortably. Whether they can spring a surprise on Mexico or South Korea is the key question. But we still feel that they will qualify for the next round as one of the third best placed teams. And South Africa, whose physicality and cohesion can frustrate the stronger opponents, we feel that their limited top level experience will hold them back and they will finish fourth. The decisive match for this group will be between Czechia and South Korea. If Czechia manages to draw that or even sneak a win, then they could even push Korea for that second spot. Now that wraps up the Group A preview for 2026 FIFA World Cup. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Group B is coming up next, and the storylines only get bigger from here. This is European Footballer Adda, your home for football analysis.